People meet John. John meet people. So I'm starting a new episodes for John's story. And yes, I know that you can see his inner organs, but believe me, it will make sense in the next episodes. But the first one is introduction of John, what he's doing, and how his energy system looks like, the chakras. So my aim here on those episodes is to visually represent to you how and what is messing up with your chakras, how they work, what they are actually, so you can see and you can understand how this all is working. I believe that if you're watching that video means that already you have some information, if not a full information, why not? Please write in the comments if you think that I missed something or any comments really. And during these episodes that I'm going to post in here, if you feel that the John story is really very similar to you and you would like to check your chakras, of course, or get a healing, please contact me. I'm here for you. So let's start with John and his story. I have a great things coming up for him because it will be a long story. So John is a very, let's say, young guy. He has a work and feels stable at his work. He is earning money. He can pay his bills and his life, and he is doing really well. So he has fun at work with his friends. Everything is good. He is following his desires and everything, yet single, right? So he is free, being absolutely with a great self-esteem because he studied, he knows his job, he is loved with his friends, everything is going absolutely fine for him. After he is full with love for everything that he is doing, himself as well, because he doesn't have a problem with his self-esteem, right? When he speaks the truth because there is nothing to hide. What he sees in his life is absolutely correct because all of his energy system is actually correct and in place, and he has a very good connection with all people, understanding and so on. Now, this is the basic explanation for normal energy system, how it works. And this is the root chakra, the sacral chakra, solar plexus, heart, throat, third eye, the famous third eye, and the crown chakra. Now, John feels absolutely amazing. He's working, he's having fun, he feels good in his own skin. Nothing is happening. Till one day, out of blue, absolutely out of blue, he loses his job. And he loses his job, and here we have the dark energy. So, he loses his job. He is a bit frustrated, of course, a bit angry, right? A bit kind of like not knowing what to do, right? But in the same time, he has money because he collected some money. He feels okay, so he keeps going with his life, applying for jobs and things like that, right? But with the time, right, he doesn't find a job, and the money are finishing, so he starts to get like, afraid that he's not being able to do anything. This fear, this dark energy, becomes bigger. And now, brackets. The bad emotions, fears, sadness, anger, everything, makes like a dark cloud over your system. And the chakras are really related to get a light, you know. So that's why they start moving, so they can get access to the light and to start working. For this, a bit later, what happens when they are here. But he gets really very like afraid he is not going to find a job. So the root chakra is disconnected, becomes small, right? His desires still the same, of course, but his self-esteem goes away in a way and becomes smaller as well. Here on the heart chakra, it may go a bit like that, right? Still covered. And the third eye, with the time, will go displaced as well. So why is that? Because he's afraid. He's not going to find a job. He wants to find a job, but still it's like not being sure what more to do to start earning money. It's clouded from the emotions. His self-esteem goes a bit down because he's applying. He knows he has the expertise, he has the education and everything, but he can't find. So this hits his self-esteem, and he starts thinking, "Am I doing the right thing? Right? Maybe I need something more. And what is wrong? I cannot find a job." This, of course, affects his self-love, right? He still is able to speak, of course, but the third eye that shows the understanding of life and everything starts to shrink and to be more displaced because of those dark things, right? So he cannot see the right picture, that he's still that same person. He still has his abilities, right, to work and everything. So now, this is what is happening with him and with the centers. As you saw in the beginning, they have to be balanced and in the middle. But those dark spots, right, the energies, overthinking, worry, feeling insecure in himself, thinking that he's not enough to find a job, right? Hitting on his solar plexus, on his esteem first, because he lost the job that he was so secure with it, right? And after not being capable to find a job, and the fear, first very big shock, lost the job, and after with the time not finding it, the fear, and not knowing how to do or how to proceed. So now, on the second episode, I will show you what is the way that those dark spots in our energy, the dark energy, the negative emotions and the negative feelings, are impacting the inner organs and the body of John. With the time, of course, it's not so fast. But for now, we will say that, let's say that John has a very good understanding of this, that his energy system is not straight and is not balanced, and he is contacting a healer. I cannot say anything about the other modalities and everything. I have my own. So let's say that he contacts me and we start talking, right? And he's like telling me all of his story. And I can understand that. I'm checking that his chakras actually are not where they must be, right? And there are those dark spots. What I'm going to do is actually remove all of those bad energies, clean them out, right? So they are not on the way of the light. And after, I will force the chakras, healing them, to come into the place where they should be and in the size they should be, like this, right? This will become again big and nice, and he will be balanced, and he will understand that even now not finding a job, it doesn't mean that he is not going to find a job. He will be more calm and more kind of concentrated, with a clear thinking and view that actually there might be some other steps. Maybe his CV is not good enough. Maybe he kind of stopped himself for contacting the employers that he wants to work for. Maybe he didn't pay attention to how he's applying, and to be more proactive, something that he forgot to do because he was scared and he didn't take any actions. So now when he is balanced, he will feel stable again and full with hope. He will follow his wishes and he will be able again to apply without this stop. Because when we are applying for a jobs, for example, right, or when we are talking to somebody, if this here is small, even being in the center, especially if it's like on the side or something, shows different type of energy, and the other people from the back of their head, like everybody has some empathy, understanding, feels that, and they are taking it as a signal that this person doesn't really trust themselves. Now John will be okay, right? And this is what I'm doing in my job, balancing your understanding, your feelings, your energy system to be healthy, so you can be happy and more progressive in your life. But this was episode 1, and very soon I'm coming with episode 2. I will not make you wait too much because it is important to understand these first 2 steps, how this affects our emotion, and second episode, how this affects our body. Thank you for watching.